The pin is engraved with his name and his title as chairperson of SADC.
Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa assumed the chairmanship of SADC. However, Zambia President Hakainde Hichilema addressed the meeting virtually as the outgoing chairperson of the organ troika.
As I humbly assume this chairmanship of our august bloc SADC, I want to assure the people of our SADC region that Zimbabwe will continue to advance the cherished founding principles, the values, the goals and objectives envisioned by the great luminaries and the founding fathers of our region.
For the rural citizenry, the second half was a difficult one. Most water sources dried up and many turned to digging in dry river beds for water. The worsening drought conditions led to food sources dwindling drastically. The country's wildlife reserve and forced government to announce it will start culling elephants to reduce the herds.
To date, we've managed to save just over 100,000 cattle from death as a result of this robust whole-of-government approach and intervention in rural communities. Sadly, we've lost 4,207 cattle due to drought. Any death is unacceptable, and communities and government must do more to save our livestock.
Malnutrition became another area of concern. A study revealed that more than 500,000 children under the age of 5 in Zimbabwe were at risk of severe malnutrition. Health authorities across the country recorded spikes in severe and moderate acute malnutrition.
In March, we had around 73 children who were admitted into the moderate malnutrition program. However, in June, this figure had rose almost by 50%. Now there are around 126 children who are malnourished, who now have moderate to malnourished, whom we had to admit.
The remains of several South African freedom fighters buried in Zimbabwe and Zambia were exhumed for repatriation and reburial in their homeland, South Africa. The freedom fighters had sought shelter in the two countries during apartheid. Most lost their lives while in exile.
We started in Lusaka, and then we moved to Livingstone. This is our third city. And of course, second country. And of course, as I said, that we're going to be moving to Bulawayo to then also do the same kind of work. It's just the launch. This year on the 27th of September, there's going to be a homecoming ceremony which is going to be presided over by the president.
In the last quarter, which is this quarter of the year, we'll begin to make those payments to the former farm owners.
Zimbabwean authorities again made international headlines when they announced that they were to start making payments towards compensation of former white farmers who had lost land and property in farm seizure during the land reform program more than 20 years ago.
I've got a table here that shows the breakdown for farmers from 5 countries. From Denmark, for example, there are 4 farms, and the amount is 5.6 million. For Germany, it's 19 farms. The amount is $32.3 million US. For Netherlands, it's 50 farms.
Divisions came to the fore as the ruling ZANU-PF party held its annual conference in October. A faction called for extension of Mnangagwa's term of office beyond the 2 terms limit. However, the move did not succeed.
So we will have our resolution, but I think we must understand, coming from here, that it will not go anywhere, because His Excellency is emphatic that when 2028 comes, he will not serve beyond that debt.
Economically, Zimbabwe is still burdened with a huge debt that has kept it out of the global financial system. And a meeting was held in Harare to try and find a solution.
The $21 billion debt of Zimbabwe, of which the bulk, I must say, is actually arrears, has made arrears the new debt, like stacks of piles of sandbags on the back of Zimbabwe. Now, we all agree we must play our part to correct this anomaly and give a new lease of life to this nation and its people so Zimbabwe can run.
Many are looking ahead to better fortunes in 2025. The food situation is predicted to improve. However, foreign relations remains one of the sticking points for the Southern African nation that requires urgent redress. Sophie Mugwena, SABC News.